Behind me is a nice structure which is a combination of Hindu, Muslim, and Persian architecture. This fort feels powerful. 10:31, we just left the hotel. We're on our way to Jaipur. We just arrived here near the Amber Fort. This is actually a viewing deck where we can take quick photos. We have finally reached the entrance of, oops! We have finally reached the entrance of Amber Palace. And if I just turn around, you will see Amber Fort back there. It's a huge complex, and actually I see like similar to Great Wall of China back there. So I don't know, I still have to hear about the story of this place, but it's really interesting. So you have two options of going up. Either you take a jeep, which is the easier way, or you walk up that ladder. It's gonna take maybe around 15 minutes, and that's what we're going to do now. We're gonna walk up to experience, walking up the stairs here at Amber Fort. So you see that wall there, it's 13 kilometers long, and it's the third largest wall in the world. We are now walking up to the fort. That's where we're gonna enter. Look at this door. It's a huge door. We are getting closer and closer. There's a lot of birds here in the whole country, actually. Friendly people. There's so many things to look at, and when you go forward and then you suddenly turn around, you discover new interesting places to take photos and videos of. And it's a really nice weather today compared to the past few days. There's another huge door leading us into the complex. This is a huge complex. We just made it. I think this is the entrance to the actual fort. And look how huge it is. Wow. This fort feels powerful. Like you can defend a nation with this fort. And the architecture is different from what we've seen so far. I see a lot of I think this is yellow-brown, and there are arches as well. So hopefully we'll learn more about this as we progress along the tour. We are in this courtyard or square, and this is actually the starting point of our tour after we climb up the stairs. You can see it's a very spacious area here. There's a lot of people, a lot of tourists as well. And it's just amazing just to be here looking at this architecture, this grand architecture. It looks powerful, it has its own presence, and it's very beautiful. There are so many vendors, so many tourists, so many things happening around here. And we were given around 10 minutes to actually take some photos and take some videos. Look at that! Wow!
Please.
This is grand. And look at the sky! Wow! Oh, this structure feels so old and so ancient. And even the patterns painted on the walls. Wow, it's amazing. Anywhere you look, it's so beautiful and it's so grand. So behind me is a nice structure which is a combination of Hindu, Muslim, and Persian architecture. And you can see all of the details back there. This is the second courtyard in Amber Fort. And again, we were given around 10 minutes to explore. There's just too much to see. The sun is out. It's very hot right now, but it will not prevent me from exploring. Down there is the first courtyard, and I hope you can see the wall on the mountain. And that is the third largest wall in the world. Of course, the first one is the one in China. The second one is in Udaipur. So this wall stretches along 13 kilometers over that mountain. Behind me is the Hall of Public Audience, and let's try and enter and see what's inside. We are now inside this hall. It's a very small hall, and you can see the different pillars. It's very nice. I'm just doing 360 and sorry. And look at the ceiling. There, that's the ceiling. And wow. And it's colder here. It's much colder here. So it's really nice to actually take a video from here. Now I'm gonna go to the other space here. It's very similar looking, but the ceiling is actually lower. Alright, so I will take you there. Oh, this is really nice. This is very symmetric, so I will just walk towards the end of the hall and so you can see the interior. The pillars look the same, and each arch looks the same as well, so it's very symmetric. And I just love patterns. It's really nice in here. I hope you can see it even if it's dark. And that's how it looks like from the inside. Let's look at the view. Alright. Okay. Oh wow! So from this point, you can actually see a very nice garden by the river, and you can see the wall as well. That is where we came in. That's the entrance there, and it's just a nice view up here. So if you ever come here, this is the second courtyard. Just come here to this area and look out. Behind me are actually Turkish baths, which is called hammam. I will take you inside the hammam. This is how it looks like inside. And from here, if you look at that view, wow. We are now about to enter the third courtyard. So we're gonna be visiting 4 courtyards today, which are the most beautiful courtyards. unfortunately it's not clear in the video. Oh, wow, there's a garden. I can see a garden right there. And there's another hall back there. And I will just go with our tour group. Oh wow, the details I'll show you later. We are still at the third courtyard, and this is the Winter Palace. And you can see the pillars are made of marble, and look at the details of the carving. If you look to the ceiling and on the walls, you will see concave mirrors. And when the lamps are actually here, the lamps will shine like the stars. So in this Winter Palace, there are two rooms, one room for each of the king's wives. And it's really very beautiful. Behind me is the most beautiful hall here, which is the Winter Palace. And the royal family used to live here in the 16th century up to 1734. And Amber used to be the capital of Rajasthan. And until I think 1734, the capital was decided to be moved to Jaipur. Okay. And now that is the Summer Palace, which we will be exploring later. We have exited the third courtyard, and we are now on our way to the fourth courtyard, which is the last courtyard that we're gonna visit. And I hope we're in for a surprise. Oh wow. There.
So we are now in the oldest part of the palace.
So this courtyard is where the king lived. That is the king's chamber. And if I turn around, you will see the ladies' apartment. So all of the wives are actually staying in one apartment each. And as you can see, the chamber of the king is strategically positioned so that when he goes out to the balcony, you will be able to see all of the different ladies. All right, it's 4:09 and I think it's gonna rain. I feel the cold air. And now we're gonna go back to our bus. And again, there are two options. You can just walk towards the entrance, or you can take the jeep back to the parking area. And that's gonna be the end of our tour here at Amber Fort. 4:34. We're gonna do a quick stop here at Jal Mahal, which is the water palace, just to take some photos. It's really gorgeous from here. We saw it on the bus on the way here, and it is right there.